is everyone this evening? Welcome to Chalk and Ink Your Way. This is Jerry. And before I get started with the project for today, I wanted to show you the watering can that I did last spring. Now, somebody asked me today if you could chalk on metal. And I answered, yes, you can chalk on metal. But if you want to keep it permanent, you'll have to spray it with a spray sealer. I didn't know whether I used a spray sealer on this one. This has been outside all summer and all winter. I'm just going to check to see whether I used a spray sealer on that. Our chalk paste is removable with water. So I'm just going to see if look at that. I just removed that green with water, so I did not seal this. Now, if you're going to wash things like mugs or plates or things like that, I would highly recommend that you seal them with an acrylic sealer. My favorite sealer is actually a car clear coat. I've used the Rust-Oleum Clear, but I find that if the chalk paste is white, sometimes it yellows, and with the when you use sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. When you use the car clear coat, which is also about the same price, I don't find that it yellows. Now, it does smell. My neighbor can attest to that. She knows when I'm out spraying my signs. I had Arthur paint a couple of signs for me to do. They're out back, so I will do them later. What I'm going to do today is the Watts of Love transfer. Old keys won't open new doors. And it's got some keys on it. Now, I'm going to create a key holder with this board. I have one behind me that I used, and I just put cup hooks in it because we had an incident where my husband took my car keys to work. He didn't put them where they should be, so I was panicking because I couldn't find my car keys. Then I put this big fluffy purple pom-pom on the end of it, and he didn't take my keys anymore. But also, we've got the we have the key rack so that the keys always go back there, and my son is really good at saying, "Mom, Dad, where are the keys?" So anyway, I'm just going to get started with this. And I thought I would use the metallic ink, or sorry, the metallic chalk paste with this. This is the silver. I don't think I'm going to use the silver because I want it kind of antique. And I have some skeleton keys coming tomorrow, assorted skeleton keys being delivered tomorrow that I want to put on the top of this board. So I think what I'm going to use is I'm just going to use the gold and that shimmer gold and the shimmer copper because I like the color, the antique kind of color. Now, again, this board has the saw clips on it to hang. So I'm going to make sure that that's at the top of my board and not at the bottom. I've made that mistake before. Hi, Jean. Welcome. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. So I'm just going to cut apart this transfer. And I'm just going to write on the back of the transfer what it is. So this one's a small key. medium key, large key. And I just put them back in the plastic bag. And the way I store my smaller transfers, the ones that are 8.5 by 11 or smaller, I then store them in a banker's box, a plastic banker's box with file folders, and they're labeled so I can put them in different themes. And that is the easiest way for me to be able to know what I have. Now this transfer is the Watts of Love transfer. Chalk Couture supports the Watts of Love Foundation, and they provide solar lights to people in Africa. And $2 from every transfer goes towards, not every transfer, sorry. $2 from each Watts of Love transfer goes towards that cause. And also every order, there's an opportunity for customers and independent designers to round up their purchase to the next dollar. So it really adds up quickly. And $50 provides one solar light. Okay, so I fuzzed the transfer so it won't be as sticky. And I'm just going to put it in the middle of my surface. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Shimmer Copper. I'll just give it a quick little stir. I'm going to give it a little bit of water. This is the first time I've had to add any water to my shimmers. I'm just finding that it's a little bit thick. Okay. And I use distilled water with my pastes, because if you use regular tap water, you might get mold growing. Okay, so I always talk about the mini squeegees that I use, and I have, for this project, I have 3 of them handy. But I also wanted to show you what the small squeegee looks like. That is the small one. I very rarely use it because I really like these ones. They come in a package of 12 if you don't want 12 of them. If you want to purchase a partial package, just let me know and I can accommodate that. Okay, so I'm just going to put the chalk paste on the transfer. The silk screen just needs to be covered. And you just quickly put the chalk paste on and take off the excess, because the excess, unless you're mixing colors, can be used again. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on. Now, when I put the transfer down, I made sure that there were no bubbles. You know, sometimes when you're putting vinyl down on surfaces, there might be some bubbles. And if there are bubbles in your silk screen, the chalk paste doesn't really know where to go. So it won't go nicely where. Okay, so I'm just going to finish that color and put the lid back on. These transfers I need to wash with water. So I'm just going to pull the transfer off and peel and reveal. So that takes very little time at all. And I'll just put that down and I will. Okay, so there's old keys. Won't open new doors. So I have another key here. And again, I'm going to fuzz the transfer. Fuzzing the transfer just means getting a little bit of lint on it. You can do it on our fuzzing mat. You can do it on a towel. You can do it on your clothes. Okay, so I think what I want to do is put this key on this side. And I want to make sure that the transfer doesn't sit on top of where I have already chalked. So I'm just going to put the backing sheet there so that it doesn't take any of the chalk paste off. So there, I can take off any of the excess paste and put it back in my jar. And peel and reveal that key. Now, if any of you are stampers, you know that it's always nice to have part of the image go off the edge of the surface. That I did that on purpose, just because I do a lot of stamping as well. Okay, so now I have a small key and I have the medium key. So I have to figure out how I want to put those keys on there. Okay. I don't want it to look too geometric, because sometimes I end up doing that. So I'm going to put this key right here. And again, I'm going to use my gold. I could use my silver. And maybe I'll use the silver on the small key. You know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to keep the keys gold and the lettering bronze. Because I think my cup hooks are gold as well. And the cup hooks I'm going to use to hold the keys. Okay, so I'm going to pull that one off. And there you go. So I have one more key to put on. Again, I'm going to fuzz it. And again, I don't want the chalk paste being removed by the vinyl. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the backing sheet down. Take off the excess. Put it back in the jar. And put the lid back on. So there you go. Old keys won't open new doors. If I wanted to, I could put another key kind of overlapping this one, but I'm just going to wait and let this dry a little bit before I do that. I'm going to put some ribbon on the top and some skeleton keys, and then I'm going to put some cup hooks on the bottom so that you can hang some keys or masks or anything there. And it will be for sale this Friday in my VIP sale. It's only available in my VIP group. So if you're not a member, hop on over. I also posted a new bundle of the week, so you can have a look if you want. I just want to showcase different surfaces with some transfers and some different colors of chalk paste. So if you have any questions or any comments, please let me know. I'm going to ask you to like and sprinkle. Sprinkle means share, because Facebook doesn't like us saying share. So sprinkle the love, and if you want to share this to some of your friends, I would really appreciate it. Also, I had some difficulty with my live yesterday. I ended up accidentally deleting it from the site. So then I ended up saving it and putting it on YouTube. So then I had to set up a YouTube account, and then I posted the link on my VIP page and my business page. So if you want to have a look, this is what we did yesterday. I haven't put it quite together yet, but I still have to heat set the tile, but I normally do that when we've used the oven for cooking, because we usually cook at 350 degrees, and after we're done cooking our meal, then I put things that I want to permanently heat set in the oven and let them cool down. So that's how you heat set that. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.